Hey guys, what's going on today? This is Dalsu back with some more Forest Village. I've been getting your tips, your comments. It's been really, really great. I've had some really good suggestions from you guys. Some of you are seriously like college professors when it comes to this shit. I don't understand how you think of all this stuff, but props to you. Somebody mentioned one thing that was interesting, which is, can the waters be overfished? Now, I do not know the answer to that, nor do I know how to research that. I know in Banished, I've heard, like if you put too many hunters' lodges down, then the deer will eventually disappear and whatnot. I don't know if that's the same case here or not. I guess I'm just going to have to sort of roll with it and see what happens. The second thing is that I had totally forgotten. I don't know why, because I played the tutorial and I remember the tutorial directly saying this, is that all the farms need to have easy access to the well. They need to have water. I don't even know if I have water around here. Like, as in a well. Do I? I haven't. There it is. Okay, there it is, right there. So that's the only well location right now. So if I wanted to make farms like over here, say, then I should really have... I assume it's in the municipal... Yeah, so this should help the production of these farms a lot. Cool. So I'm going to put a builder on that. And the next thing I want to do, really I just want to make sure I don't starve to death. That's sort of my main driving force right now. So we'd love to make a little area. I'm going to clean this up and sort of just continue to do that, because I think this is the direction we're going to be expanding in. That is going to take a long time, huh? Doesn't matter. We got to do it. Let's go ahead and get started. Get that area cleared off and then flattened out, and we'll make a little sort of secondary village there. We'll be able to connect it and stuff like that. Somebody else mentioned we are currently full up on pop, which means we can't grow and continue to get more and more people. So that's something that we're going to have to fix. The reason I'm sort of not too worried about that, though, is because I was kind of freaked out about the possibility of starving to death. Now, that's becoming less and less likely. But I just want to make damn sure that that doesn't happen, and so I don't want to grow too fast. Now, that being said, I can't do much with these 4 people that I have. So you're absolutely right, dude. Like, I've got to keep growing if I want to do more stuff. Not only that, I mean, we've got all these mines that just have 1 person in them, so we want to fix that. I have to assume all these people are going to be healed soon. It looks like they're just starting to get healed now. There's no indication of how many people you have sick, but yeah, that guy was just treated, so I see 4 people in here now. Do we have herbs? Yes, we have plenty of herbs, so that's not an issue. So we'll just let that keep going. Well, construction's complete. So now we've got quite a few people over here trying to get this area into shape. And I'm thinking a whole little side village over here. Nice flat side village area. And we can connect the two with roads, of course. The roads will come probably close to this apiary over here as well. Did I actually... I didn't mean to select these things, because that hurts the apiary. We want the forest to grow around the apiary. It looks like it's doing so, so that's good. Keep it up. Although honey doesn't seem to be any kind of a real staple at all for us. It seems to be veggies that are keeping us most fed. And fish, of course. Anyway, we should be getting more grass and more flax now that we've put a well over there. So that's good, I suppose. I don't think the apiary would need any well access, but we'll see, I guess. Too cold now for a lot of different farming things to happen. That kind of sucks. Eventually, the goal here is to... Oh, we got an error there. Apparently, there's some kind of patch that just dropped while I'm in the middle of playing. That's interesting. Okay, I'll have to check that out. But anyway, seems like the recording is still going on. No problem. Always super paranoid that something's gonna... Anybody who's ever recorded live gaming, you know, just has a way of just fucking up for no reason whatsoever, and then you're just sitting there talking to the ether for 20 minutes, and then you have to go back and re-record. That really sucks, so I don't like to see that. I'm sure I say it just randomly fucks up, but I'm sure I'm doing something horribly wrong. Alright, we just got another worker. That's good for a total of 5, but we are not going to be growing at all, and we are very susceptible to a possible death spiral happening at some point in the future. Although we've grown pretty gradually, so I don't know if that could happen or not. I know if I was banished right now, I'd be freaking the fuck out, not having any kids. I don't know if it's the same way in this game, but we're going to find out. We're going to flatten things down here. I like doing it this way better, aligned to height. So we'll just kind of pick a height there, and we'll get started. This is going to look kind of derpy here, but we'll make it work. This is going to get us started. And I'd like to connect the area with roads first and do most of my terraforming before I get in there and start building. Somebody died. The clay digger died in an accident. That clay mine seems to be very, very treacherous. And see, we don't have a baby growing up to replace this guy, so you know, it might make sense just while we're sort of in limbo here, if we could just maybe stick a shack somewhere, just so that we have a little room, like just a little. Just want like a little room so that I can grow. I could actually put it. Could I slam it in here? Not quite. I could extend this area just a cheeky little bit. Actually, if we just go to town on it a little, we'd be able to have a space for a house over here. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay. That's kind of a big project, isn't it? No, it's not that big, actually. But we need another house, let's face it. We've pretty much got to have one now, so. Alright, it's about halfway done. Getting that area nice and flattened out. We might make some slopes with a road up here. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll make a ramp even. We'll see about that. I want to get all the terraforming out of the way first. But that means I need to probably expand over here if I'm going to not just wait around for the growth to happen. And we should have a baby based on that newly empty space. Yeah. They seem pretty good about filling up any empty space, whereas in Banished it's kind of like it seems to be, it has more randomness maybe built into the formula, like you might just not have a baby. I don't know. But it seems in this that they just pretty dependably have a baby if there is an empty spot in any home whatsoever. So that's kind of comforting. I have to say this looks kind of natural over here. The way it's sort of carved out like a little bluff there. Yeah, this, you know, aligned to height seems to have more natural looking results than the just raise or lower or even the flatten the ground thing. So I'm happy about that. Although this looks kind of weird. Can maybe do like a flatten there, see what happens. Anyway, we're gonna want to do a ramp as well. Oof, that's snow, man. Alright, looks like they're starting to work on this area over here too. I really want to get that house down. I'm starting to get a little paranoid now that we're gonna have like a banished death spiral. I'd rather just do like a house. Seems like we have most of the materials we need. Yeah, seems like we do. Yeah, we might as well build a big house if we're able to get the room. Let's see. House. No, it's so big. I always underestimate just how freaking huge this thing is. Like, we're pretty close to having the space. but it makes more sense, I think, just to do a small house. And let's do it. We are going to have to assign some builders, though, so let's do that. And we'll come back here and look at this area. Kind of want to make it look right before I start building stuff. What happens if I just flatten this area? That's going to look weird, too, isn't it? The flatten tool seems to be kind of weird. It might be better to just pick this level and then sort of make it a flattened area that's just slightly lower. Actually, kind of like that option. So we'll do that, and then we can actually create either a ramp or a slope. I'm thinking we start with just a slope. Yeah, it's going to be about right. That's a lot of work for all these people to do, but did we finish that house already? Holy shit. Cool, so we have a new crop of youngins that will soon spring up in all the empty spots here. All the empty spots made by this, rather. However, we do have to be careful because that's more mouths to feed, as always. But anyway, looks like we survived the winter in pretty good shape, so I don't think we have too much to worry about. There's no way to... one thing that's different than Banished that sort of bugs me, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I can't seem to find a way to tell how many fish this has actually produced. Now let's see if I can... There is a way. Click on a building to show statistics. This is this all it means by statistics, though? Yeah, apparently it is. Maybe that's a feature they're going to implement later. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll just have to assume that there's plenty of fish in the sea as the maxim goes, and keep on fishing. See, this looks kind of natural almost. Not 100%, but I can sort of deal with that. So I'm getting the hang of the terraforming now. I don't want it to look just totally crap, you know. But this, I can deal with. It looks like maybe human beings actually did this instead of just, you know, a giant excavator with an abacus or whatever it is. So is this the slope done then? Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of natural. Hopefully we can actually get a road in there. Costs a lot of stone. But yeah, it has to kind of come one way or the other. Okay, we're going to make it straight to there. So just going to connect these two areas, basically. We'll do the rest of the road later. And apparently that's not a builder thing. It's not recommending any builders, so... So it looks like it goes like that. That's kind of cool. All right. Very San Franciscan. Child died during birth. Shit. A baby was born. Road built, road built. Yeah, apparently just laborers build roads. That's kind of cool. Anyway, we've connected these two areas, and they look sort of somewhat natural. I think I'll do a third level down here next. Let's do that. Align to height. Boom. Yeah. And we can even bring it out a little bit into the water, can't we? I think we can. Do we want to cover in this pond? You know what? This pond is stupid. Let's get rid of it. This is a lot of work, but we're gonna have a lot of space to work with. It's gonna be really nice. Boom, we did it. All right, so that's a lot of work, 55 shovels without a lot of spare people, but when it comes to wintertime again, I bet they'll get that done pretty quick. And I don't think I have any other work like queued up for these people, so. Someone else mentioned that the forester didn't seem to be working very well, and I agree. Sorry, I don't remember who mentioned what. I know there's 2 or 3 people watching and commenting, and I totally appreciate you. And you know, sorry I don't always respond to comments, but I like to actually respond here in the actual video to you guys. You're leaving awesome tips. You guys apparently have PhDs in village sims, which I can appreciate. There's a serious sub niche here. People really like these kind of games, and I do too. I'm not quite as obsessed about them as I am with like 4X games and stuff like that, but I always do enjoy a good builder, a good management sim. I'm actually playing Transport Fever right now, and that's got me kind of obsessed. I want to do a playthrough with that pretty soon. Anyways, this area is not being worked on because something else must be taking up their time right now. It's probably just the road. Yeah, the road's going to take up all free workers. How many people are expecting babies? You are. Assume somebody else is too. Anyway, there's some babies that will be here before too long. We've got plenty of tools, plenty of clothing, so bring on the babies so long as we can feed them. I really want to start the wheat production chain over here. I don't know if I have quite enough like wide open space for that, but we might try it. We'll let this work get done. Looks like the road is pretty much finished. And what are you doing now? You're going to go do that? Yeah. You're going to cultivate. That's what it means. I don't think that's quite the right word, but it seems to be the word that people use for the terraforming. So, cool. Just let them do their work for a little bit. Seems like our food's okay these days. I'm just a little bit worried about it. We built that new house, so we're going to have new babies, so we're going to need new food. I don't know, maybe I could try another chicken coop. They're actually following the road pretty much to the T, so that's nice. Alright, let's experiment a little bit here with the whole wheat thing. We could do some fairly large... Well, why is it not letting me do here? Is it counting that as part of what's still being terraformed, apparently? Okay. I didn't think I had gone quite that far up. But it apparently is including a pretty large area there. Okay, well, then let's just let them do their work then before we start getting too crazy. But I was thinking maybe a farm or two, like a field up here. Then maybe like some houses. And then maybe like barn, bakery, and windmill down here on the lowest level. Just kind of what I'm thinking. Not set in stone. We'll have to see what the thing turns out like at the end here. It's going to take a while, but wintertime it'll finish up. At least. Now we got some babies being born. That's good. We got 5 babies now. I love having 5 babies because we know that the new crop of workers is on the way, and should we have a death spiral, we at least know we can count on those 5. So that's good. What do I want to do while I wait for this terraforming? Anything else? Probably not. I made it to year 8. That's nice. I don't know if it just turned over. When it auto-saves, I sort of look at the date to see where we are. I hadn't looked at it in a while. We could also do houses up here and then farms like over here. That would require more terraforming though. We really can't plan anything until we see. I mean, I'm going to be filling in this lake, right? So this lake's going to go bye-bye. So maybe this is the area for my fields. I just have to see how it kind of turns out, I guess. The fact that it's got such a wide sort of footprint here makes me unsure how to proceed. Yeah, I'd really love to upgrade a house, but I don't want to kill any babies right now. We could definitely afford an upgrade, but they have a tendency to starve or freeze to death. So hard to believe they're going to literally fill this thing in with shovels, but seems like the kids do grow up faster in this one than Banished. Of course, I tend to play Banished on a very low speed, whereas this game, the slow speed is just, it's too slow. Like, I'll show you just for fun. Look how fucking slow this is. You'll, like, pull your hair out. I am one of the only YouTubers that plays games on slow mode, and this is way too slow for me. That's how slow it is. So we're going 10. Even 10 is not that fast, really. I guess it is kind of fast, but it just doesn't seem that fast. We're getting some harvests happening now, I guess. How are these potatoes coming? Yeah, are going in the barn apparently. Good. I really would have expected this apiary to like make a bigger difference, but it really doesn't. I haven't seen more than like 20 honey in my barn. 20 honey. That's right. That's my new album. And we're almost done with this, and they are like literally filling it in, which is what I told them to do. I just couldn't believe that they were actually going to do it. So close. They're all going back to eat, I guess. Okay. Get to work, guys. Only 3 more hammers and this is going to be flat, right? It is already kind of flat. It just doesn't. It's got this little lump in it. Okay. We are done. So, let's pause the game. Okay, we got like, yeah, a pretty good area that looks like it would be amenable to some fields and such. And then this area is really too narrow, unfortunately, for much of anything. Let's see. I want to see how kind of big the buildings are. Like, this thing's freaking huge, man. It's huge. It could fit up here, though, which would be impressive. Can it actually fit there? Holy shit. No, it can't. It can. I don't know. Since this is like the hugest, kind of most important, most expensive building, maybe it makes sense to build this first. Of course, it's going to be sitting there not getting any use whatsoever. So, I don't know. YOLO, let's do it. It's a pretty expensive building, really. But over winter time, we're going to work on that. And then down here, we're going to plant our fields. Houses probably over here. We are going to need a barn as well. Tell you what, we could just try to lay everything out. I know I want at least one small house. You can fit here. Apparently the doorway location is important. I think that's why I blocked in some buildings by mistake earlier. I'm going to do one house there. And then I'm going to go for a barn right there. And this is all going to get really expensive, and I'm not going to have the materials at all for all this stuff. But I'm just sort of laying it out. And we can do another shack close to this. See, part of its footprint can actually be on the... Anyway, we'll get a shack in there too. We'll get our well right here in a sort of central location. And then all over here is going to be fields. And then it's possible we might be able to get like a house in here too if we were to do some terraforming. But everybody's so busy right now, I don't think they'll be able to do it for a while. Winter's coming though, and so we're going to have a lot more free time to work on this stuff. I think stone is going to be one of the big issues here. Everything else we kind of have enough of, but stone is going to be an issue. We'll wait until it gets to 0 and then decide what we might want to do about it. What are my builders actually doing, or just carrying resources right now is all. This is all going to this, I suppose. It's kind of misleading, but it's going here, so. I guess as the first building laid down, this is the one they're going to prioritize. So now they're bringing the ore. And as soon as we see all these buildings, yeah, okay, so they're all shutting down for winter now. See, I don't get this, man. Look at this. Half of these potatoes, half, 2/3 even, are not harvested. Why? Is it too far from the barn? Is that what's going on? That's probably what's going on. He's got to go all the way here. It's not that far, man. No, he's still harvesting. Wait. Come here. You've got potatoes. Okay. So you're still in the process of harvesting. Just because there's a little thing there, it just means you can't grow anymore, I guess. Okay. Seems like we're all set on food for the winter time, which is good. I feel like once we get this bread manufacturing going, we're going to have license to just really start to expand our population, which is going to be great. We're actually out of stone now. Not even enough stone to complete that. So we've got to stick some people in the... You know what? That's a fine idea. Let's just take it slow over there. And let's stick these 4 people... Wait, I thought I had a quarry. Do I not have a quarry still? No wonder, man. I really thought that I had a quarry. You know, let's take it a step further. Let's take these 2 people out. Because we don't really need those things right now. And let's just have everybody gather stone from the surrounding area here. Boom. That'll get us started. And we have a lot of people free since it's winter time, so they'll really be able to chip in, no pun intended. Look, even the apist is getting in on it. Apist. This reminds me of that old country song, 16 Tons. What do you get? Another day over, deeper in debt. I owe my soul to the company store. How did it go? That old ditty. None of you guys listen to old classic country music. Shut up. I can hear you out there making fun of me. It's cool. When everyone's all weirded out because I don't know who Katy Perry is, or that girl who sings Friday, or whatever the hell her name is. I don't know. I don't listen to pop music. I think pop music sucks. And I've been accused of being a hipster, but I just think it's bad. It is bad. It's objectively bad, alright? American pop culture is just all around shit. The movies, the music. I don't know. Maybe it used to be good back in the day, but at some point they discovered that you could make a shit ton of money by just recycling everything, having the same 6 or 7 guys in LA write all the songs and screenplays, and then it just sort of went downhill. That's just my opinion. Just one man's opinion, but there it is. But I digress. You're not here for my opinions on pop culture, I suppose. Alright, we have plenty of food, so everything's going fine. And it looks like we've got the stone situation licked. So now it is going to be about shifting builders into building, I suppose. We've got some people grown up ready to study. That is nice. The school is in here somewhere. Is it not? There it is. So one person is deciding to go ahead and get a job and not study. Here we go with this massive windmill. This thing is massive, man. That's cool though. It really does give it a sense of scale and all that. And I'm gonna widen this area even more for my fields once it's all ready. Just sort of getting everything laid down right now. These 2 houses, once they're up, will allow for a bit more population growth, which will be nice. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait for another episode for that, unfortunately. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.